YouTube. I have a revelation. The revelation is, remember when the prophets were on the boat and they were trying to fish, but they couldn't fish. So they couldn't reel in any fish. They were going all over the sea, and they couldn't catch any fish. And then God said, throw your net on the other side of the boat, and then you'll be able to catch fish. And then they threw their net on the other side of the boat, and then the fish just jumped inside of their nets, and then they were overwhelmed. They were able to pay their debts. They were able to do so much because they listened to the grace of God. There's something in pleading the blood, and there's something in listening to God's directions the first time when He says it. Practice without hesitation. So I was looking at these people on YouTube fishing. They not even fishing. They're just like sitting by the pond, and these fish are just like jumping in their baskets and jumping in their nets, and just globs of them. And I was like, how do I be a fisherman of men like that? And then it came to my spirit today that I needed to throw my net on the other side of the boat. I'm optogetrics, so because I broke my whole left hand, I had to learn how to manage and do things with my whole right hand. So God said, throw the net on the other side and see what happens. If you can hear in the spirit, then you can catch the diamonds that I'm throwing to you, and God will direct you within the will of His throne. But if you're not in the will of His throne, you're just going to be in the same position that you were when your net was empty on one side. It's just going to be empty on the other too. So, and then this girl was walking out of the gate, and I came outside to smoke a cigarette, and she had Levi's on, and I really like Levi's. I have no idea. They just look nice on men, and they look nice on women. So her pockets was out, and then I told her I was like, excuse me, your pockets are out. I didn't say it like ma'am or none of that. I just talked to her like regular. And then she was like, oh, thank you. And then I got another revelation about the Levites, and how the Levites were praised above the priest, and everyone bowed in grace of the Levites because they were so close to God. So, yeah. And let me just say, when I have a revelation and when I hear in the spirit, and I follow God's directions, it does change things. It does change things. I want to remind you, do not get lost in the sauce. You are just a passenger in your own body, being able to experience life through Christ, through the spirit and the body. So don't get lost in the sauce, thinking it's because of you. Remember to give God the honor and the praise for everything. Just remember Him. You know what I'm saying? Remember him. He's not against you. There's nothing that you have done that he doesn't know about already. So you can rest assured and be brave to know that he's so sacred, and he's so trustworthy, and he's just meant to be trusted. Like, he's not two-faced. No, I could talk with him about anything and everything, and he talked to me within his revelations and just any words to acknowledge me and to let me know that I'm not, that he thinks about me. I am in his thoughts. So yeah, he is listening. He is there. The closer you draw to him, the closer he draws to you. I've heard from another person on YouTube, because I was like, dang, I haven't heard from God, and I be, after so many days, I'd be like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? It just seems like everything is still. And then, when certain people feel like that, they go to the Word and they go to God's Word to be close to him, and he adores and loves when you want to be close to him, because he's already close to you. His effort is already there, and it's just reassuring to know that I'm not alone. It seems like I'm alone because I'm standing here by myself talking with you guys, but I'm really not alone. So when you pray subconsciously in your mind. Don't pray out loud like, I'm gonna pray and plead the blood and all out loud, making a mockery of the relationship you have with God, like people in the synagogues do, in these churches that are almost on every corner, revealing themselves to the enemy, when your relationship is intimate and personal and one-on-one, individually, as a whole.